أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وإيمانا وفقها في الدين اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وتجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا يا رب العالمين. I want to read today's hadith. This is the 8th hadith, right? Commentary of the 8th hadith. Who want to read? You're trying. Okay, read.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. علي بن رضي الله عنهما أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: أمرت أن أقاتل الناس حتى تشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
حتى
تشهد.
حتى تشهدها حتى يشهد.
حتى يشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ويقيم الصلاة وتؤتي الزكاة.
حتى يشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. Is that all?
وأن محمد رسول الله ويقيم الصلاة
ويؤتوا الزكاة.
فإذا فعلوا بذلك عصموا منهم
دماءهم وأموالهم
إلا بحق الإسلام وحسابهم على الله تعالى. رواه البخاري
ومسلم. Who want to read again?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن ابن عمر رضي الله عنهما أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: أمرت أن أقاتل الناس حتى يشهدوا أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة فإذا فعلوا ذلك عصموا مني دماءهم وأموالهم إلا بحق الإسلام وحسابهم على الله تعالى. رواه البخاري ومسلم.
Okay. So now, on Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhuma, we've already discussed the biography of Ibn Umar, right?
No,
Abdullah ibn Umar. What do you remember about the biography of Abdullah ibn Umar?
He was the son of Umar.
Yeah, he was the son of Umar. What is his kunya?
Abu Abdurrahman.
Abu Abdurrahman.
No.
Okay. So, he's known for something. What is it?
His bravery.
Hmm?
He was also known for his bravery.
Yeah, aside that, there's something when you mention Abdullah ibn Umar, he's known for that thing.
He has so many. He requires so many hadith.
Yes, yeah, but this not what I want.
He's part of the
Abadilat al-Arba, this also not what I want.
He was afforded based to embrace Islam.
No. Yeah, so
He has a strong relation with the Prophet.
yes, of course, obviously. Yeah, so what I want is that Ibn Umar is one of the Sahabas who almost follow everything that the Prophet ﷺ.
Yeah, my point is strong.
Right?
The relation with the Prophet.
Yeah, of course, if you say relation of the Prophet, this is a broad concept. But I want you to say that he's one of the companions who imitate the Prophet in everything. Right? So he is known for that. Abdullah ibn Umar is known for that. And it's not like the Sahabas don't imitate or follow the Prophet. No, but he's known for that. So he narrated this hadith too, and he said, Anna Rasulullah. So why did we say radiyallahu anhuma? So an Abdullah bin Umar radiyallahu anhuma. Why did you say anhuma?
Because it's an Abdullah. We are talking about Abdullah and Ibn Umar at the same time. So they were two.
They are two, right? Abdullah and Umar. So that's why we said radiyallahu anhuma. Any other explanation?
Because his father was also a Sahaba.
Yes, this is the reason. This is the reason. So it's not every Sahabi who we say an fulan, bun fulan, radiallahu anhu. No. The one, if you say to a Sahabi after mentioning his name, radiallahu anhuma, it means that he, the Sahabi, of course, he's a Muslim, and then his father too was a Muslim. You get it? Then we say, radiallahu anhuma, may Allah be pleased with them. So, for instance, there's a companion by the name Jabir bin Abdullah. So, Jabir bin Abdullah, Jabir was a companion of the Prophet, and then also his father also embraced Islam. So, when we mention his name, we say, radiallahu anhuma. Right? Why? Because he and his father are Muslim. Right? So, like also Abu Huraira, what is his name? Abdurrahman bin Sakhar. Right? So, but we can't say same to Abu Huraira. We can't say an Abi Huraira or an Abdurrahman bin Sakhar radiyallahu anhuma. We can't say that. Why? Yes, his father was not a Muslim. You get it? So when you are dealing with a Sahabi or you mention the name of a Sahaba who you know that he and his father are Muslims, then you what? You say radiallahu anhuma. But if he is only is the only Muslim, his father is not a Muslim, then you will say radiallahu anhu. Right? Anhu. May Allah be pleased with him.
On the Sahaba, that means maybe even if you don't know the Sahaba's name and maybe they mention, can you say radiallahu anhu?
Yeah, you say radiallahu anhu. If it's a Sahabi, you say radiallahu anhu. Right? But if you know that he and his father are Muslims, then you say radiallahu anhuma. Right? Okay. If let's say we mention a Sahabi and his father and you don't know the father as a Muslim, what do you say? Radiallahu anhu. Yeah, to be free from what? From any. You get it? Yeah. So, radiallahu anhuma, anna Rasulallahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said, Umirtu an uqatil an-nasa hatta yashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Right? So the Prophet said, I have been ordered to fight people. I have been ordered, I have been commanded by whom? By Allah. So if the Prophet said, I have been commanded, I have been ordered, who ordered the Prophet? Allah. But if a companion say, we've been ordered, we've been commanded, we've been instructed, who instructed the Sahabi? The Prophet, right? Okay. So he said, I have been ordered to fight the people. That's what the Prophet said. Until they bear witness that there is none worthy of worship but Allah. And also bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Allah's messenger. Okay. So now, Umirtu an uqatil an-nasa. I have been ordered, I have been commanded to fight people. Right? Hatta yashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Until they bear witness, they believe that there is no God but Allah. There is none deserving of worship but Allah. And also believe in me as what? Believe in the Prophet as the messenger. Okay, so now, what does it mean? He was ordered to fight people, to fight against people, to fight these people. Who are those people? Who were those people that he was ordered to fight?
Humankind.
The
Humankind.
humankind. Huh?
The Kuffar.
The kuffar. Okay. Now, let me say this. This hadith is one of the misunderstood hadith. Misinterpreted hadith. Misunderstood hadith. Right? So, Umirtu an uqatila nasa hatta yashhadu an la ilaha illallah. So I was ordered, I have been ordered to fight people. Who are those people? Whom are they? Whom were they? So now let's try to understand. He said an-nas. If we say an-nas in the in the Arabic language, it means the people or people, right? And when we say people, here it covers Muslims, the Christians, the Jews, the idol worshippers, and then the pagans, right? It covers all, right? So how and why did Allah command the Prophet to fight these people? Right? So it has what? It has a very broad meaning. The word annas here, it has what? A very broad meaning. But is that what the Prophet ﷺ referred to in this hadith?
I think analyzing from the context and from where the hadith is, it's more like people who have already not believed.
Okay, so are you saying the kuffar, the non-believers?
Those who haven't gotten the message.
The message.
Those who are both.
What of those who got the message and then did not believe?
So the non-believers.
The non-believers. Okay. So if we say also the non-believers, it's also what? It's also general, right? So it covers the idol worshippers and then the Christians and the Jews, right? Okay. So what does the nas here? Whom were the Prophet ﷺ referring to with the nas, by the nas here? And nas, umirtu an uqatil an nas.
But for me, I can see the nas, like maybe, I don't know how to say, but I mean, those who hate Islam.
Who hate Islam. Okay. Do you want to say something?
We those who fight against Islam.
Those who fight against Islam. We'll come to this. Okay. So now, Anas here, it's two categories of people, right? The idol worshippers, and then those who fought against Islam, or those who fight against Muslims, or those who fight against Muslims. So these are what? These are the people, the people the Prophet referred to by what? By the word Anas, right? By people. I have been ordered to what? To fight against people, or to fight people. And then these people, we said they are the idol worshippers, and then those who fight against Islam. Okay. So now, how did we come to that conclusion? We also have to understand that, because we can't just saying this will just be what? A claim. Why not the Christians? Why not the Jews? And then the idol worshippers? Why the idol worshippers? And how did we come to the conclusion?
Based on this, I'm sure in Islam you call to people, you don't force people to come to their religion. So if they say to fight until they accept and believe, it means that they are fighting those who are fighting against them.
Okay.
So explain the nas again.
Anas, we said the Prophet ﷺ is referring to the idol worshippers, and then the non-Muslims who fight against Muslims. The non-Muslims who fight against Muslims. So the Prophet ﷺ is saying, I have been ordered, I have been instructed by Allah to fight the people. And then here we said the people are the idol worshippers, and then okay. So now, when did Allah command him to do that? All right. So this commandment, of course, it was after Hijrah, right? You know, the Prophet lived how many years in Mecca? 13 years in Mecca, right? After prophethood, and then migrated to Medina, and then spent how many years in Medina? 10 years. So now, and then we all know what transpired, what happened to the Prophet and then the companions in Mecca. The punishment, the torture and all that, right? The abuse that the idol worshippers of Mecca afflicted them, right? So we all know that. So when the Prophet was in Mecca, he was not commanded. He was not instructed to what? To fight against them. That's why he what? He told them, he advised them to what? To migrate to Ethiopia. Because at that time, he was not ordered to what? To fight back. Right? So they were what? They were patient, and then they endured the what? The abuse. You get, until he what? He migrated to Medina. So in the second year of migration, after he migrated, the second year after migration, the Prophet ﷺ was instructed to what? To fight against what? Against them. Against these what? Idol worshippers, and then those who fight against Islam. You get it? Right? So, and then when the Prophet ﷺ came to Medina, they were what? They were settlement. Three categories of what? Three categories of people in Medina. Who were they?
The Jews.
The Jews, the Jewish community, and
The Arab.
the
Arab.
the Arab. Okay, yeah, we have the Arab, but we have the Muslim Arabs, and then we also have what? The pagan Arabs.
What are they picking Arab?
The pagan, these are the idol worshippers. Right? So they were among the Arabs, those who were not worshipping, those who were not Muslims in Medina. So these were the three groups of people in what? In Medina. So when the Prophet came, when he was commanded or ordered to fight people, did he fight the Quraysh? Sorry, the Jews? No. He what? He settled in Medina and lived with them in what? In harmony, in peace. And then all were what? They were all practicing their religion. He did not what? He did not fight the Jewish community and also the pagans in Medina. But he what? He first attacked Quraysh. Right? Yeah, Quraysh, their caravan from Sham. Was it from Sham to Mecca? So he attacked. The Prophet attacked. Yeah, Quraysh, they were in Mecca. They were in Mecca. So here we understand that the Nas, the Prophet, is not referring to the Jews. You understand? And then there were surrounding empires also around Medina, right? Also occupied by Christians. And the Prophet did not what? Did not also fight the Christians there, right? But he said, I have been commanded to fight the people. So here, the people here does not mean the Christians and the Jews, right? But the pagan Arabs and those who what? Who fought against Islam. So, and you'll find verses to that, to this understanding. Allah said, قاتلوا في سبيل الله الذين يقاتلونكم ولا تعتدوا إن الله لا يحب المعتدين. Right? So he said, fight in the cause of Allah those who fight against you. And do not what? Exceed the limit. Do not transgress. For indeed Allah does not love the transgressors. Right? So here the Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding. He commanded the Muslims, the Prophet and then the believers to what? To fight those who fight them. To fight those who fight them. You understand? So here he did not what? He did not differentiate whether Christians, Jews, or the idol worshippers. So here, be it the Jews, the Christians, or the idol worshippers, whoever fought them, they should also what? They should fight the person.
So, okay, so it means that they don't attack until they are being attacked.
No, it's not always the case. when it's necessary for them to attack, they do. So looking at the Battle of Badr, this is what led to the Battle of Badr. The Prophet ﷺ, he attacked, right? And then this is the first battle that happened. You understand? Yeah. This is the first battle that the Prophet fought, the Battle of Badr. Okay? So he attacked. So it's not always in a defensive position, as people think. No, and then it's not something bad for you to attack, right? It's not something bad for you to attack. When there's a cause for alarm, you what? You also attack. You get it? You don't always wait for others to attack you and you defend. No. You get it?
Okay, sure. Again. Fight Kufa. How do we fight the Kufa? Like the
Okay, so now this jihad fighting in the time of the Prophet, it's not just for fighting sake and everything. No, it's the Prophet did that to first establish the Islamic State, right? To establish this Islamic State and also spread the message. You understand? And also to deter those who are planning to attack them. So you could see that when the Islamic State began to expand and become stronger, people were They were in groups like the Quraysh. They sought help from the Jews to fight the Prophet. So one group alone can't fight. Why? Because of what? Because of their power and then the strength. You get it? So all this is part of it, right? So the Prophet was not always in a defensive position, right? So he sometimes also attack. But here, what we want to understand is the Prophet, that this instruction in this hadith does not mean that Muslims should go and fight the non-believers. No. You understand? Because when the Prophet came, there were Jews there, but he did not fight them, right? He had a treaty with them, an agreement, a constitution that everyone is allowed to practice their religion, and then he did not fight them until they breached that treaty, that constitution. So he expelled them. So maybe some other time we talk about how, in which year, and then what happened, right? So umirtu an uqatila an-nas. I have been ordered to fight people. And then we said these people, it's not all the non-believers or every non-believer, but those who fought against Islam.
So, with regards to the pagan Arabs, is it the reason because the Prophet attacked them? Was it because they were worshipping idols, or it was because they also strike?
No. It was because they abused them when they were in Mecca. In Mecca for over 10 or 12 years, they were punishing them, they abused them, they tortured them. You understand? That's why some of them migrated from Mecca to Habasha, to Ethiopia. You get it? So now they've established their state, and now they have their soldiers, they are strong, so they can also fight back and attack. You get it? So here, the nas does not mean what? Does not mean non-believers. So when 20 years back, when this terrorist group started, this is one of the hadith they were using. Umirtu an uqatila an-nas. The Prophet said, I've been ordered to fight people. And then they interpreted it as what? As the non-believers. Yeah? So here it does not mean what? It does not mean the non-believers. It's not all the non-believers. It's those who fight who fight against Islam, then you fight. And then there's another verse that Allah said, لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين. Allah does not forbid you to what? To live in harmony with the non-believers who did not fight you or chase you out of your houses. Allah does not forbid you to what? To live in harmony or to treat them fairly, right? So here we understand that these people, I mean, as we live today, we are among what? Among the non-believers. But have they fought against Islam or against us? No. So you don't fight them, right? So you don't use this hadith as an evidence to what? To attack the non-believers. You get it?
The harmonious living with them, does it mean that you can go as far as eating with them and doing?
Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So the Prophet ﷺ used to visit some Jews, and then whenever a Jew is sick, the Prophet will visit him and then try to convince him or do talqeen to tell him, say La ilaha illallah, say La ilaha illallah, you know? And then the Prophet, he will be happy when a Jew say La ilaha illallah before his death. He will be happy. The Prophet is always eager to do that. So this is a clear example that the Prophet ﷺ related with the Jews and then the non-believers. You get it? And even in the time of the Prophet, it's not all the Arabs who believed in the Prophet. But did the Prophet fight them? No, he did not. Right? Yeah.
So, does that also mean that after the Khilafah, I mean, the Prophet ﷺ left, like, wars that occurred after?
Yes. There were battles that occurred and then expansion of the Islamic territory. Yeah. Almost all the caliphs, they fought a battle and then they conquered. Yeah, almost all of them. From the time of Abu Bakr to the time of Ali. Yeah.
But the greatest was the Badr.
No, the Badr was in the time of the Prophet. Yeah, was in the time of the Prophet. Okay, so now we understood. We now understand what the Prophet meant by an uqatil an-nas, to fight what? Fight people.
So again, the fight, leave the are we talking about that one or something else?
And also used to have this thing about this, the red fight, continent. Like, to be like, say, I'm preaching, I'm fighting to win their hearts, to win their distances, like in the form of preaching. That kind of,
No, in preaching is not fighting. Preaching is it's a form of jihad, and then jihad does not always mean to fight with a sword or with weapons, right? So especially nowadays, we don't need the weapons. Of course, we need weapons. We have to manufacture our own weapons, but we don't. That's not what we need. We need knowledge today, and the fear of Allah. That's what we need. That's the weapon that we Muslims need today. Yeah.
So we need weapons.
Okay.
And the weapon should be the knowledge.
Yeah. So all this is part of what we need. Okay. As Allah said, وَأَعِدُّوا لَهُمْ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَمِنْ رِبَاطِ الْخَيْلِ.
So don't you think when today, like, Muslims are planning on some defensive method and they start building the weapons and other things, what do you think the issue of terrorism against Islam will arise again?
Brother, it was never Islam, and it will never be Islam. And then Muslim countries should this is what they should focus on. I understand, uniting the Islamic State, uniting the Muslims, and also focus on building their own weapons to make their army also powerful. Yeah. Because when America know that Qatar, for instance, is strong, they also have these weapons and all that. Of course, they will never try to attack them. You understand? That's it. But if if they know that, okay, these people, they don't have anything, what will happen? Yeah, they can do whatever they want. You get it? So, and then, honestly, what the jihad we need today is to seek knowledge. And then knowledge here does not mean only the knowledge of the deen. We need, and then today the jihad is for us to learn the deen very well and also master other fields, like any field at all, be it psychology, be it engineering, any field at all. You know your religion and also learn this. This is the jihad we need today. Okay, and then also the jihad of what? The fear of Allah, right? And then when we get all this knowledge and we master the religion, the knowledge of the religion, and then any field of our interest, and we don't fear Allah, it's just zero.
So what knowledge is enough as a Muslim?
As a Muslim, you first learn your religion, and then you master a field of your interest that your community, your community need, that you can serve yourself, your family, and your community.
But you don't necessarily have to be a man.
No. If that's not your interest, why waste your time? Yeah, and we can't all be malams.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
So
Yeah. What?
some must listen.
Yes, I must listen. You get it. So, حتى يشهدوا أن لا إله إلا الله, until they bear witness that there's none worthy of worship but Allah. Right? So now, and here, this continuation of this hadith also teaches us that it's not this anas does not cover Muslims, because the Prophet can be commanded to come and fight Muslims, right? So hatta yashhadu Allah ilaha illallah, until they bear witness, they believe in Allah, in the oneness of Allah, they bear witness that there's none deserving of worship but Allah, and also believe in the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. So let's say someone, a non-believer, say he believes in the oneness of Allah and all the qualities of Allah, and don't believe in the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the person is still not what? A Muslim. You get it? So here they have to what? They have to believe in Allah and also believe in the prophethood of Muhammad, and then that he's what? He's the last and the final prophet, and no prophet will come after him, right?
So the Nas, they refer to it as the people who fight against Islam and the idol worshippers. But in classification, can't you just address them as kuffars?
If you say kuffar, it cover it's more broader than mentioning these two groups, you know, because the Jews, the Christians are also what? Kuffar, right?
Again, in the idol worshippers, if maybe they don't fight you, what will happen?
Yeah, if you don't fight you, they don't fight you, you also don't fight them. You call them, you try to convince them, call them to Islam.
Okay, that means we can say now, like those who fight against Islam.
Yeah, those who, so he fought Quraysh because Quraysh, they what?
Tortured.
They tortured them in Mecca, right?
So that means he fought his own people.
Yes. Right? So, حتى يشهدوا أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله ويقيموا الصلاة, and also establish prayer. Right? We've already discussed this. ويؤتوا الزكاة, and also give zakah, pay the obligatory charity. So now, this وأن يقيموا الصلاة وأن يؤتوا الزكاة. So when a Muslim bear witness, or a person bear witness that there's none worthy of worship, and then also believe in what the prophethood of Muhammad and did not pray. We've already discussed this, right, about prayer, whether the person is still a Muslim or a non-Muslim, and we've already discussed this. So now when they believe in Allah and then believe in the Prophet, they have to establish prayer and then also pay zakah. So when they do this, then the Prophet said, "Asamu minni dima'ahum wa amwalahum." Right? "Asamu minni dima'ahum wa amwalahum illa bihaqq al-Islam." So when they believe in Allah, the Prophet, they establish prayer and give zakah. "Asamu minni dima'ahum wa amwalahum." Their life and their property becomes what? Haram for me to what? To take. Right? So meaning when it is prohibited for a Muslim to what? To kill another Muslim or take another Muslim's property. It is what? It is haram. Right? So because in a battle, definitely someone would die. Right? So it's not permissible for a Muslim to fight another Muslim. Right? Since they are all Muslims, it's not permitted for a group of Muslims to fight against each other. You get it? So when they believe in Allah, believe in the Prophet, establish prayer and give zakah, then asamu minni dima'ahum wa amwalahum. Right? They've protected their lives and then their property from me. Right? From me. So the Prophet The Prophet won't attack anyone who embrace Islam and also establish prayer and pay zakah. Right? Illa bihaqq al-Islam. Unless with what? With the right of Islam. So what does it mean? What is the right of Islam here?
Some charity that are obligatory upon every Muslims to pay.
So when
like the zakat.
The zakat. So and then what will happen? Illa bihaqq al-Islam.
For example, let's say if someone kills somebody in Islam, he killed a fellow Muslim, and an innocent soul was supposed to be killed.
Yes.
So at that point, they can take your life.
Yes. So now your life cannot be taken unjustly. You understand? So when you kill deliberately, right, you also have to what? You also have to be killed. So your life is what is taken here. Why? Because of what? The ruling of Islam. So that's the haqq al-Islam. Right? So when it comes to property too, no leader can take your property without any right. Right? Without any right. But when you fail to pay zakah, for instance, the leader can what? Can fight you or force you to what? To pay zakah. As Abu Bakr did to those people. I think we've discussed this, right? So Abu Bakr, in the time of Abu Bakr, some people said, they've divided into three groups, right? Those Abu Bakr fought, right? The first group said that we don't believe in giving zakah anymore. The zakah is not obligatory. This is the first group.
Why did they say that?
They have their reasons. They are saying that, okay, the commandment that Allah said, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً. Take zakah from their money. Then the Prophet ﷺ, and Allah is what was commanding the Prophet. So the Prophet is no more. Therefore, the zakah is not what obligatory upon them. This is what the first group said. The second group said, the zakah, we believe in what? In its obligation, but we will not pay to you. Right? The zakah, they will pay the zakah. But they will give out the zakah themselves. They will not pay it to the imam. And then in the time of the Prophet, they used to pay it to the Prophet. Right? So, and then the third group said, they will not. They also said they will also not give the charity, right? But the first group were considered non-believers, those who rejected or who denied the obligation of what? Of zakah. But the second group and the third group are considered they rebelled against what? The order of what? Of the Khalif. So he fought all of them.
See, fight as in terms of war.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what led to Ghazwat al-Yamama. You get it? So this happened. So here he fought them to pay the what? The zakah. So here it's what? It's Haqq al-Islam. Do you get it? So, and also in Islamic law, let's say there's an economic crisis, that people are in need of what? Of food and the basic necessity, okay? Their basic needs cannot be met. And then there are rich people in the country or in the state. Here, the Khalif can say, okay, every rich person should pay X amount of money to the Bayt al-Mal. And then they must obey. So here, if any of them say, I will not do that, he can force him and then take this amount of money from him. This is also with Haqq al-Islam. But if there's nothing like that, it's prohibited, it's unlawful for any leader to take a life of a Muslim or his property.
So, in doing so, those who die in that battle, is it that they are kafirs? They are considered kafirs?
No, it will depend on the person's in which category that the person falls. Let's say, if the person fall under the first category, it will not be considered a kafir, but a sinful believer. Why? Because he wrongly, interpreted the verse. So this will not be considered a kafir, right? Even though, denying or denouncing or rejecting the obligation of zakah is kufr. You understand? But the person has dalil, has reason, right? Even though it's wrong. So because of the dalil, you can't say the person is kafir. So here he's sinful, even though the argument is was wrong. You get it?
Yeah. So the property of the person who was forced to pay, and if the person dies, does that mean the entire thing belongs to the Islam or maybe the family?
No, it's if the person has family, they will inherit him.
But what if he doesn't have a family?
Yeah, when he doesn't have the family, he don't have a family. So when he don't have a family, let's say, and he's a free slave, then the master will take it. But if he's not a free slave, and also doesn't have a family, then it becomes the money will belong to Bayt al-Mal. You get it?
So what if he has slaves?
No. You see, a free slave, when he die, his master, the master who freed him, also has the right in his inheritance. If you don't have heirs, those who inherit him, right? So in this case, the master will inherit him. But if you don't have, let's say, he was not a free slave and don't have anyone to inherit him, then the state will take the money. Yeah.
So that's maybe someone who has slaves, or he has a slave, they are working for him and he dies, and he doesn't have him. Do the slaves working for him inherit him?
No, the slaves don't inherit him. The the slaves are part of his property. So they can't. You get it? The slaves are part of his property, so they don't have the right to inherit him. You get it? Yeah.
Question. Those who said they will pay the zakat, but not to Abu Bakr. Why is it like, even because nowadays like people give zakat but they don't, like they do it, but why?
At that time, the time of the Prophet ﷺ, there group of people whom the Prophet ﷺ sent to go and what? Collect the zakah from people, right? So then when the time of Abu Bakr, it continued like that. Okay? So every year, Abu Bakr will send people to what? To go and what? To go and take the zakah. Right? So you refusing not to pay to these people, it's what? It's you are being disobedient to the Imam. Right? And then the Imam can what? This is a punishable act. Right? So that's why Abu Bakr fought them. And then he said, وَلَوْ مَنَعُونَ يَقَالًا لَوْ قَاتِلَنَّا مَنْ فَرَّقَ بَيْنَ الصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ. Right? I will fight those who refuse to pay the zakah. Right? So he fought them, and then all the Sahabas were in support of Abu Bakr's decision. Right? Okay.
I said, what about whenever if somebody leaves a religion,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be killed. If somebody leaves Islam.
Mm.
So, people use it as something against Islam. As in, what if I enter religion and I leave out to kill me?
Yeah, so that's the ruling. It's part of Islam. So that's what Allah and the Messenger say. Man baddala dinahu faqtuluh. Whoever embrace Islam and also denounce it, kill the person. This Allah, His religion, this is what He said, and this is what we follow.
So the killing the person, is it that maybe you are fighting against the kuffar and because it's a kafir you kill him, or you are killing him because he denounces Islam?
Yeah, you're killing because he left the religion. That's what the religion said.
But so
Right?
You are thinking. Moses, if the person, well, I'm tired of Islam, so I want to go and rest.
Mm.
Now, it's two things. One, like I heard one is because maybe you pollute other people's mindset
Mm-hmm.
to leave the religion. And what I heard, maybe they should check the person's like psyche.
Whether it's mentally
or maybe someone, or straightforward kill or.
No. The person, whoever denounces Islam, the person will not be killed right away. Right? There's a process, not just when the person denounces Islam, the person will be killed. Okay? The person will be commanded to come back or to embrace Islam or to continue to be a Muslim. Right? For 3 days. He will be given time to think about his decision. If he continue, if he insists on leaving the religion, then the person will be killed. Right? So this, what you are saying, it's maybe the wisdom, right? Since he has embraced Islam and also revert, he might be dangerous against Muslims or maybe reveal some secret or something. You understand? But this is what Allah said. This is what the Prophet said. Man baddala dinahu faqtuluhu.
So is it only hadith or?
Yeah, this is a
it's
hadith.
person?
This is a hadith, an authentic hadith.
Do we have people? Do you know that we have people that threaten you, like Muslims, to leave Islam?
Like they see, brothers. Now things are a bit different. Okay, At the time of the Prophet, والسلام, when a Muslim, converts to other religion or leaves Islam, the person will be killed, right? But now there's no, of course, let's say in this country of ours, it's not like that. When you leave Islam, you're free to go. I understand. But some Islamic state, it's not like that. When you leave the religion, you will be killed, right? You'll be killed, and you don't have to defend this.
Okay.
You don't have to defend this.
Okay, sure.
Do you have to defend praying 5 times a day? Allah said you should pray 5 times. That's it. You pray. You don't have to defend this. Do you get it? It's not everything that you will be defended. No. I know. I know.
No, but what I'm saying, like, people use it against.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even this marriage of Aisha, people see problem in it.
Yeah,
But in that time, it's not a problem. So it's not everything that people see problem that you have to defend. They see problem because they don't understand. If you can help them understand, help them. But don't defend what Allah said. No. That's what Allah said. If you don't agree, do what you want. This is what Allah said. He's all wise, all knowing. Follow him or leave it. It's as simple as that. Don't waste your time defending.
So what if the person converts from being a Muslim to another, maybe another religion, enters another religion, and Muslims come together that this, person has converted from their religion and kill him? Does that mean that it's going to, this is going to be a political something, religious something that's going to affect the Muslim side?
No, it's not right for Muslims to do it. For instance, in this country, when a Muslim converts to Christianity, for instance, you don't have to kill him. You don't have that right to kill him.
Even if it's the commandment of Allah.
Of course, it's a commandment of Allah. But are you, this person, in authority to punish the person? No. So these commandments are for people in authority. Are people in authority, not individuals, brothers.
Okay, what if maybe chief? Okay, it's like, what if maybe imam, like the whole?
Yeah, the chief imam.
Okay, like what if maybe chief, maybe is having the mastermind, maybe killing you silently.
Yani he is the chief imam, but he don't have the authority to kill. Yeah, he don't have the authority to kill. So in such situation, you try to convince the person, advise the person, talk to the person. When the person take, there's plus for you. If the person want to continue, that's it.
So I've been shown to a person who converted and reverted and converted and 3 times or 4 times. And it's in our area. No.
Yeah. So the community can say this person has converted and reverted. So let's go and kill him. When you kill him, the law will deal with you. You can't go to court and say to them, because you are not doing something that's wrong. Yeah, so you talk to the person, you try to convince the person, you try to understand why did the person convert. You get, you try to, sometimes they see certain things or they hear certain things and then they feel like, really? Right? And perhaps maybe what they heard was wrong. Right? So you try to talk to the person, try to convert, not to judge the person. You get it? Yeah. So, إلا بحق الإسلام وحسابهم على الله. So these are things that can be seen and can be punished. Like someone who converts to other religion, or someone who has killed a Muslim deliberately. Okay, so with such people, the Khalif, those in authority can punish the person. But if these things are done secretly, then Allah will judge. وَحِسَابُهُمْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. So if it's not open, like something that can be seen, something that those in charge can what? Things that can get to their knowledge for them to what? To take the necessary action. Then وَحِسَابُهُمْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Then Allah will judge the person, or their judgment is to what? Is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So the killing of the innocent soul, is it like the person has to be a Muslim? Like at least if you kill a Muslim, or is it like if you kill any other soul, let's say Christian or something?